Zelvin College II, man. Once again, welcome to MillionViewzPodcast, man. First of all, let the people know a little bit about yourself, like, where you're from, where you grew up at, where you went to school, so on and so forth.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot. So, I'm from Algiers, also New Orleans.
Go ahead, you go.
That's a part of New Orleans. Some people don't know that. Yeah, I went to elementary. Well, yeah, I went to pre-K at Kids Montessori. That school closed. Then I went to elementary school at Eisenhower, Dwight D. Eisenhower in Tall Timbers.
Okay.
And then I went to Endicott for 2 years. Didn't like it.
Yeah. You ain't like
I didn't like it. I mean, I like some of the people there, some of them was nice, but
something for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I just had my dislikes about it. Maybe we could talk about that later, maybe not.
But, I mean, what did you dislike about it?
Oh, I just felt like some of the kids was fake, a lot of hood kids was there. And, a lot of them, they were fighting every day.
A lot of bullying going on, things like that.
Yeah, and, and then as I got older, friends of mine was passing away too. So I didn't want to, see that or being around that. So I left. I went to NOCA and I went to Morris Jeff. So that's where I graduated.
Okay, you graduated from Morris Jeff?
Morris Jeff and NOCA. I went to both at the same time.
You went to both at the same time. Explain that. How did that work?
Yeah, I went to NOCA for my arts and I went to Morris Jeff for my academics.
Okay, so NOCA is just like a performing arts school or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It has.
I think I heard of that.
Yeah.
I think I did hear that. So you were dual enrolled in high school?
Yeah, I guess put it like that. Yeah, that would make more sense.
That's great. That's the first time I really heard that. Okay, so you graduated from high school, which was not very long ago, right?
Yeah, it was 2021.
2021. So you fresh out, you know what I'm saying? Which leads to my next question. What was next? What was the first move you made right out of high school? And what was the first thing you did?
It was a hard decision, thinking about going to college. I didn't really know what I wanted, but I went to Delta State for a semester and then I left. I really wanted to go to Full Sail because I would go to 1 year and just complete that year just focusing on music because that was my passion at the time. But I went to Delta State and there was a lot of general ed stuff, the same stuff I was learning in high school, academic stuff, algebra, public speaking, English, stuff like that. I was learning that and I didn't have any classes for music, so that was very stressful. I didn't want to study.
You didn't like being away from music?
Yeah, and I ended up failing all my classes, so I just left. Literally, yeah.
So music that much a part of you to where like you can't breathe without it?
Yeah, I've been doing it my whole life. I've been playing drums since I was 5.
Okay.
When I started rapping and stuff, I stopped playing it to make beats and stuff and rap. And
let's slow down a little bit. What introduced you to music, or who introduced you to music?
I don't want to say any names, but it was friends from Eisenhower.
I don't want to say no names. That's the past.
Yeah, he was a gangster and stuff. So
okay.
I gonna talk about him.
I respect that.
Yeah, so there was a lot of peer pressure. He wanted me to make gang related songs, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I think
that.
I know with it.
Yeah, so I said it last time, and
but nonetheless, that still sparked that fire
interest in music.
To keep going. Okay.
And I was a good rapper. I was a great rapper. I was freestyle stuff all the time, and as I got older, I got rusty at it. But making beats and stuff, I started enjoying that, and that's what I went to NOCA for, really.
Production?
Yeah, music production. We had a studio in NOCA. It was a really good looking studio.
Okay, what was the first track you made?
The first track I wrote was called 777.
777. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, so I was at a field trip to the zoo. I was on the bus. I was writing a rap.
Uh-huh.
And then I had some friends that was grabbing it, and it was like they wanted to read it, and at the same time they wanted to rip it. So
damn.
And I somehow I got it without them tearing it apart, and I was writing it, and my parents saw me with it and they wanted to know what it was about, and it was like a little conscious rap, maybe a little bit Christian rap too.
Yeah, all right.
Like Angel Number 777. That's what I was trying to have, a bunch of connections, stuff like that. I don't remember the lyrics. I don't remember too much about it.
You just remember the context of the song.
Yeah.
That's fire though. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. You also, on side of music, you also do acting and film, right?
Yeah, I started acting in high school, but I didn't take it serious when I was in high school. It wasn't until I left college that I started dabbling acting more seriously.
Okay, what brought on the change? Like, what made you start taking it more seriously, and why weren't you taking it seriously in the beginning? What you laughing for?
Like,
gotta
damn.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. So, yeah. Second grade, I think I talked about this. Second grade. Well, I ain't even talking about second grade. I'm talking about high school. That's what we was talking about.
You know, wherever
Yeah.
it stemmed from, we talk about it. We got time.
Yeah. So, my whole life, you know, I would be in church plays. I would have to memorize stuff. I would, you know, do stuff like that, memorizing stuff for church, school programs and stuff like that. In second grade, the drama teacher at my elementary school wanted me to be in Charlie Brown, but I couldn't afford to do it because they had to pay $40 or something like that.
Right. Okay.
So in high school, my classmate, because I was at NOCA for media arts, that was music production, film, animation, digital art, stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was acting in my film projects for, you know, classmates and my own projects. So that's how I started, you know, acting in silent roles. And when I when I was in high school, there was a friend of mine. His name is Luke Singleton. I'm gonna just say his name.
Okay.
Luke Singleton.
Shout out to Luke.
He was a filmmaker too at NOCA, and he wanted me in some of his projects as well, and he also was an extra while he was in high school, so he would work as an extra, and that's how I was introduced to that.
To extra work?
Yeah, and the website that he used, My Casting File. So
okay,
if anyone want to be an extra, go to My Casting File, make an account.
My Casting File?
MyCastingFile.com.
MyCastingFile.com for all you future actors and actresses. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take your step out there, that's really pretty much the ground level of stepping into acting. Everybody start out as extras, right?
Yeah, and some directors even start out as extras just so they could be on set.
Yeah, you got to get your feet wet, as they say.
Right. So that's how people, you know, get onto big films and big projects and start from extra, because it's very easy, especially in Louisiana. I think in other states you need an agent to become an extra.
There's a lot going on out here as far as filming and production is involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Like, what was your I mean, because you was pretty much grooming yourself for this through high school, right? That was already the plan.
Oh yeah, I forgot to finish. So yeah, in high school I got introduced because Luke was being an extra. So when I left college, I needed a job. So I started doing extra work myself with My Casting File. I've been in my first film was I'm a Virgo. That's coming out June 23rd this month. So y'all check that out on Amazon Prime.
Check that out.
And I was in I don't know if I think this is order. This is the best order I'm gonna try to get. So I was in Big George Foreman. That was the second film I did. I was in that came out in April, I believe.
Big George Foreman. It's out.
Yeah, we talked about Big George Foreman.
I mean, you know, this their first time seeing you. You know what I'm saying? It's Zelvin Collins the second today. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, there was a lot going on the last time we interviewed. You know, they might have missed it.
It's on streaming services now, but it was in theaters like a few weeks ago.
That was your first film that came out in theaters, and you've been at it what?
Yeah,
almost 3 years now.
Yeah, 2 years.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, 2 years. So I was in that. Then the third one, oh my god, I don't know if I'm saying this in order. I was in.
It don't have to be in particular order.
Yeah. Bottoms. I'm gonna just say that Bottoms. I'm in that one. That's coming out in theaters in August, I believe.
Okay. Bottoms, you said?
Bottoms.
Okay, in theaters this August?
Yeah, and I was in Mayfair Witches. My face wasn't shown in it, but I was, you know, working that day. I think when they showed the blurred background, I'm in there somewhere, because I remember I wore a brown coat and I saw myself in a brown coat, but it was blurred out. So I was in that. Then I was in Parish. That hasn't came out yet. Nickel Boys. That hasn't came out yet. Sacrifice, that came out last year, but they're having a hard time, you know, bringing it back this year. But I was in one of the episodes for the next season.
That's a series?
Yes, a series. Paula Patton and Clifton Powell. Pinky. Pinky for Friday.
Yeah. Shout out to Clifton Powell.
Yeah, man. I met him. He's great cool actor. People. Yeah, he's really
great
funny.
Actor, a real OG to the game.
Yeah, man. He's nice to be
around. How has that been? Like, who's been the most inspirational person you done ran into on a movie set?
Or
set period.
My last film, I forgot to say, was Sulphur Springs. That was a Disney film. I saw myself walking, and I also saw a little bit of my face towards the end. But my most inspirational person, you say,
Yeah.
that I walked into?
Yeah, just like you just mentioned Clifton Powell, I'm sure you done bumped into, a few, what I'm saying, people who we might not even know as famous people, but like just inspired you, you know what I'm saying?
I would say Forrest Whitaker and Chris Davis from George Foreman.
Forrest Whitaker and Chris Davis, that's who played George Foreman?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't really familiar with him.
Yeah.
What was a conversation like with Forrest Whitaker?
Well, Forrest Whitaker is really a quiet
And
person.
you met him as the director or as an actor?
Yeah, he was an actor.
Okay, so he was he probably in his character mode and everything at the time, huh?
Yeah, and George Tillman was
a method actor, I'm correct?
Yeah. I wish I knew the depth of what that is, because I've heard it before a lot. But
meaning he takes on the full persona of his.
Oh yeah, and he could blend into other characters. Yeah, I remember now that you told me that.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, what's those experiences been like? What's been? You say he pretty quiet?
Yeah, he's very a quiet person. George Tillman was the director for that film, but he was very quiet. There was a few times where he was just staring at me, and I was like, "What the fuck you do staring at me?"
He probably just in his own character.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that was what it was, because I think somebody told him to stare at something, and he was staring above me. And then another time, somebody had said something in the crowd, and I was laughing, and he looked at me and started laughing too. So we had those little connections, but we never spoke. I spoke with Chris Davis a little bit, because that was pretty cool. I think it's a deleted scene, but I was in a scene where I was playing one of those corner boys, and Chris Davis, he was walking past us, so he talked to us a few times because the other extra that was with me, he was playing around too much, and Chris Davis had to put him in
scenes. He had to correct him.
Yeah, he had to put him in check. And
I mean, the lead, you got to expect that from the lead. Like the lead role is just like being the quarterback on a football field or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't really nothing negative. He was just telling him about his character and why. He was bucking up on him. So yeah, he wasn't trying to bully him. He was just saying that was a part of his character.
Part of the role.
Yeah, and the next time I saw him, he was saying hey, and everybody around me was like, why he saying hey to him? So he was asking me how I was doing it there. So that was pretty much it.
What was the craziest moment you ever had on a set?
Oh yeah, there was something where somebody really had to put somebody in check. It was the Nickel Boys. What's his name? It's another Luke Tenney. Yeah, that's his name, Luke Tenney. He's an up-and-coming actor.
Okay, shout out to Luke. Luke too.
Yeah, with Luke Tenney, there was some guy. There was this dude, some light-skinned dude named Earl. Earl just kept making jokes, bro. And Luke Tenney, he was like, stop. And he was just like, you don't know me or something like that. And it's a privilege for you to be here.
Yeah, one of them moments, huh?
He was like, it's a privilege for you to be here. You don't have to be here. And he was just, stop joking. I'm trying to focus. I'm into my zone. So he wasn't like Chris Davis where he was trying to be in a character. He was like, dude, you really need to stop. So,
right, he was trying to really focus on the work at hand.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I say, when you're in a leadership position, you gotta lead. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that might take for you to, check a few people or whatever. Well, okay, man, that's like at what point in life did you ever get because like you said, you're from New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
What type of peer pressure did you directly have to deal with?
Other than the rapping stuff?
Yeah, I'm talking about like just in everyday life. Like, you know what I'm saying? What peer pressure did you have to face?
Yeah, when I was in the car, I dealt with a lot of peer pressure, especially with my music. There had people telling me my music was trash and stuff, this and that, naysayers. And they had people that wanted me to I don't know, but they had people that wanted me dissing people, and they was bringing on a lot of negativity, and they just, I don't know. But there was one time, this dude that's also a rapper, he was like, you need to come smoke weed with me behind the back of the school because it's gonna help you get better at rapping. And I told him no, and I just told him no. That's all I really could say. I just said no.
Right. I mean, but like you say, bro, like a kid growing up in certain environments, bro, like that comes with it. But like, hand claps for you for being strong enough to, you know what I'm saying, not succumb to peer pressure. Like
that was just an example. I could come up with plenty more
I
examples.
already know,
but
because
I
I know
couldn't
how it
really
goes. You
think
know
at the
what I'm saying?
point.
That was a great example though, and
Yeah.
that was something that didn't have to go too far, whatever. And you got the point across. And the point was like just meeting you. I noticed that you was a good kid. I noticed that you was one of them cats that was gonna make the right decisions, or you really had somebody on your back that was making sure you was having the right, you know, making the right decision. So like, how much of how you've been brought up, you know what I'm saying, goes into, you know, what is your situation? Like you grew up with both parents?
Yeah, I grew up with both parents. Yeah.
Both of them working, you know what I'm saying, in the household?
Yeah.
So you grew up in a pretty stable household. So that probably made all the difference in the world.
Mm.
Now let me mess your head up. I grew up in a household with two parents, two great parents, you know what I'm saying? Great providers. Kept us in church, you know what I'm saying? Now, I lived in the hood, had a big family, had, you know, 4 sisters, 2 brothers, you know what I'm saying? And it was like just like Wilson Street. My name Wilson Millz, like, but Wilson is the street I grew up on, right?
Oh yeah, that's
And
dope.
you know, Millz is a name that some childhood friends ended up giving me once we were. I done went through a lot of nicknames. We'll talk about that later. But the point is, like, I had everything you had. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if it was better or not, but I had what you had as far as stability. You feel what I'm saying? And the right examples in front of me, and I still went left. You feel what I'm saying? Because I succumbed to the peer pressure. I succumbed to, you know, just my environment. You know what I'm saying? I became a product of my environment instead of really, you know what I'm saying, being the one that's willing to stand out. Like, so I was talking to a gentleman earlier, and he was like, Sam, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? For being the one willing to stay positive when it's so easy to, it's easier to profit off the negative.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But if nobody don't have this platform, who's sitting here interviewing Zelvin Collins II right now?
Right.
No, like real rap. You gotta think about things like that. See, I think about stuff like that. Even when I was in the street, like, believe it or not, when I was selling crack, bro, like, I still was looking out for people. I still would be the one to be like, nah, look, we're not gonna crash out today. We go work our way around that. You feel what I'm saying? So like, again, dog, applaud to you, because that ain't easy. Like, even though that may seem easy, it was just second nature to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to make those decisions, to not be cool or to not fit in or whatever, and still keep your chin up and keep pursuing what you're pursuing. So I really want to applaud you on everything that you're doing, and we here to support you and push you on everything you got going on.
Yeah, thank you. And I think as another thing about both my parents, my dad is also a pastor. So sometimes when, especially in that situation where a dude wanted me to smoke weed with him, I just put it on my dad. I said, my dad wouldn't want me doing that. So, and he was like, fuck your dad. So I mean, I fit in with a lot of people. I just don't let them, what they do or say, influence me.
Thanks.
You know, so like I've been around a bunch of drug dealers at car. I've been around a bunch of nerds even, and the drug dealers would make fun of me for being with them, but I just didn't care. I just wanted to be a person that, I mean, I don't try to get anyone to like me, but I just want to be an all-around person that everybody, you know, could understand and be around, you know.
For sure. And you give off that type of energy, though. You give off a positive energy. And like I said, you was actually willing to help you. And shout out to the little homie J Hook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came through, bro, and y'all did a community service, really, for the community and for Christian Unity Baptist Church. That wasn't for M1E. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if you was hip to that or not, but like what you came and did that day, like, they got people that's not gonna forget that. They got people that's gonna remember you from that day. So when you blow up and you get your first starring role in a movie, they gonna be like, oh, that's Zelvin from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be and did a few more events with Christian Unity by that time. We'll make more relationships. But yeah, man, like, keep that positivity going, bro. Any project you got, you need to promote, anything you're trying to do that we can actually assist you with. If there's any way I can help you, like I said, when we get off camera, we're gonna discuss those other little projects that I want to get off into.
Oh, I
you know what I'm saying? And
facts.
Like, this is what Million One Entertainment and Million Views Podcast is about right here. Promoting Zelvin Collins II. You feel what I'm saying? Promoting young black men, young white, black, purple, yellow, green, whoever, you know what I'm saying? But positivity, dog. And like I told a dude who I was on the phone with, I was like, because his thing was, yeah, man, you gotta stay away from the. Nah, I'm not staying away from nobody.
Right.
Like I don't care what it is you got going on. If you willing to come be professional and come like leave the negativity where it's at, you welcome here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This what M1 Studios and all this was put together for, so we could come here and have a way to get ourselves catapulted off these platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's starting somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have all of the resources. Everybody don't have all of the talent. But if we put all of it together, then we all got what we need. You know what I'm saying? At least to get up off the ground level.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I appreciate you coming to the platform and adding to it. See, like this position I'm in is easy to feel like I'm doing something for you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But really we doing something for each other. You feel what I'm saying? And if you approach every business venture like that, making sure you and the counterpart get something out of it, you're gonna be in business a long time. And yeah, bro, let that energy just carry you on. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm about to get off into my generic podcast, you know what I'm saying, questions and whatnot.
All right.
So you in a green room, and I might have asked you this already, but just bear with me. You're in a green room with Forrest Whitaker and Clifton Powell. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got to throw a youngster in there just for the sake of conversation. But what are you asking the OGs? You feel what I'm saying? And what are you telling to a young up and coming artist or actor like yourself?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Take your time, bro.
I would ask the OGs like what it is that keep them going, and I would ask them what keeps them motivated. How did they get their start? What hurdles they had to go through? And I think that probably would be it for them, because there ain't that much that they could tell you, because we all have to live from our own experience at the end of the day. And for
I like that.
And the youngsters, I would tell them keep being motivated, keep getting work as an extra, but eventually they would have to try something else and not really stick with the same stuff, because that's what I'm doing in my experience right now. Find smaller projects to get into if they want to experience being in plays, audition as frequently as you can,
right?
And
you gotta stay active for sure,
and you gotta let no be an answer sometimes, because with auditioning you're gonna get a lot of no's.
A lot of no's with everything, with podcasting, with music, or you're gonna get more no's than yeah.
Right, exactly.
That's facts. You gotta be ready and set up for that.
And you can't let that bring you down either. So do that, be consistent with it, and if you don't get famous or whatever, just do it enough to where you could be satisfied for yourself.
Okay.
What's
your ideal situation? Like if Zelvin if Zelvin was given a genie, you know what I'm saying, for lack of better terms, you know what I'm saying, if you could have it however it is Zelvin wanted to have it, what it is you would like to see take place?
What I would ask the genie?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's career wise, as far as if you could just map your career out from this day going forward, how would you like it to play out?
I would want happiness first, because I can have the most success and I still won't be happy. So my happiness is the most important to me.
I like that.
And I would also consistent. No, I say consistent. I would want to success. Success can have many different meanings. So I would just want to have understanding of what success means for me and if it's enough for me. And I just don't want to give up, just have myself to be more well-rounded, not worry too much about the money, because I think that's a big thing as far as acting with me. I worry too much about the money. Right. So I just want to, just put myself out there and just not let any of my motivations of what I want get in the way, because what I want might not always be what I need, and I might not never know what I need because I'm always working to get satisfied,
chasing what you want. Right.
Yeah,
that's a wise answer, though. I like that, brother. I like how you're a lot more mature than our interview at the other spot gave us time to, it's not, because we really didn't get a chance to get off into this much conversation and I'm seeing even more focus, you know what I'm saying, than I've been able to get over the phone and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, which is a great thing. You feel me? Because the more prepared you are, the more ready you are, you know what I'm saying, the more how can I say this? You gotta be mentally ready for everything that we're doing. Like you said, it's gonna be a lot of no's. How you gonna handle it though?
How I would handle?
I'm just saying, like you already say how you handling it well. But
right.
That's what I'm saying. Like your mentality, your spirituality, you know what I'm saying? All that's got to be pretty much in tune, or you go run into some rough spots. I go through rough times with this.
Yeah.
But like you say, everything is not always yes. You feel what I'm saying? And it's hard to not think about the money, but the second you get too focused on the money, it'll run away from you anyway.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta have that balance. You gotta stay passionate about what it is you're doing. And if you're not willing to do what you do for free, it's not what you want to do.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what I figured out quick. And I do this for free from time to time. Like, I got bills. I got a company to run. I got a label to run. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't do as much free stuff as I did starting out, but I still do. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can't never forget that point that you was at. You can't never forget that. You could be right back at that point too.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's not about looking down on nobody. It's not about now see, if you would have said, nah man, I can't do that, then I would have been like, well, yeah, we could just wait. You feel what I'm saying? Which would have been fair, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we wouldn't have been helping each other.
Yeah.
But the fact that you was willing, you know what I'm saying? Well, look, let's do, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. That got you all the way in the door without you even knowing. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it off camera, but it's the right energy, the right attitude, the willingness to, like you say, accept a no. But right behind that no, you ain't been told no yet since,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
A no could be a yes.
That's how that goes sometimes, dog. I thank you for stopping through, bro. What would you want the people to know, you know what I'm saying, about Zelvin? Not about your career. What would you want the people to know about Zelvin Collins II?
I'm a funny person. Y'all can look at my comedy. I have a YouTube channel, Z-Man Space World. I also make music, like I was talking about. My page for my music is Z-Man Space D1. That's on YouTube. That's on YouTube. I got some more projects coming on the way, but other than my acting and my hobbies and interests and talents, what can I say? Let me think for a moment.
You're a young man. How you say you're 19?
Yeah, I'm 19. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very youthful. Like I said, I'm a fun person to be around. I'm funny. I'm very ambitious.
Yes.
With everything.
For sure.
I never think that too much is too much for me. I feel like I'm always looking for enough. So that's why I'm always doing new things like drawing or photography, filming. I do a lot of things because my purpose is to have abundance.
Facts, abundance. I like that word.
And I think that my purpose on this earth is to be a storyteller and a performer.
Facts.
Which can also show how I am as a teacher.
For sure. And let's go. This what I learned, right, about talents. I used to shoot basketball, right? I've been on the drill team. I've been in the choir. You know what I'm saying? I played basketball. I played baseball. I ran track. I played football. As a young person. Like, I never say I was the greatest at anything, but I always been good at everything I did. You know what I'm saying? Some things better than others. And then I realized that my talents just always had me around people. Like, they had these dudes that I went to school with, bro. I'm talking about, and I graduated almost 20 years ago from high school. Don't laugh at me, dog. But I said that to say they got dudes that I went to school with 20 years ago. Last time we talked, they was like, man, you don't know how much you inspired me, or you don't know how many times you got me through this, that, and the third, and blase. And I met all these people because of my talents.
Right.
Now, it wasn't my talents that had anything to do with the real connection that was made or how I was really able to help them in some cases. But it was always the talent that got me in the doors, in the rooms, or in those relationships. So like you just said, like, you want to have abundance And through your talents, you're gonna have abundance because so many talents go get you through so many doors and into so many relationships.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You headed in the right direction, little brother. We wish you nothing but the best. Like I said, M1 Studios, this is your studio. You know what I'm saying? Your money is no good here. You know what I'm saying? And for the simple fact that you didn't cry about the business aspect. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said, man, look, let's figure this out. You feel what I'm saying? And that mean that you want what you want. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You're willing to accept a no, but you're not taking that as the only answer.
Yeah.
And that's gonna get you in every door you're trying to get in, little brother. I wish you nothing but success. You feel me?
Thank you.
Last thing you want to say to the people, man?
I got some more projects coming. I've been working on small things as of recently.
How can they reach you?
Oh, my Instagram, Z-Man, letter D, Almighty One _ Okay, and that's Instagram.
Text me that so I can make sure we have that on the screen.
And my Facebook and my Twitter is Nola space Z-Man. I think Twitter is Nola _ Z-Man. And yeah, that's my socials.
That's what's up, man. Million Views Podcast, man. Wilson Millz, bro. Our special guest, Mr. Zelvin Collins II, bro. I appreciate having your time, dog. Once again, bro, like I said, it's always a pleasure to get with you because, like, I be learning a lot from you, fam. Like, now you might not think that, but I've been learning a lot from you as far as how you approaching this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, like, you know, you get frustrated in this business sometimes. You go through things, and a lot of it's new to me. You might have more experience in this than me, whether you know that or not. You feel what I'm saying? Because what I did with this, I picked it up and I went. Because, like, it was bigger than me. Like, this have a lot to do with, you know, my family, my son, my daughter, you know what I'm saying? My partners, you know, my artist official with an A. Like, this way, way bigger than me. But I know I had to hold it down in certain ways. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is the way I could really reach and touch and build as many, you know, more relationships than I would be able to from behind the scenes or from, you know what I'm saying, just a supportive, you know what I'm saying? So this wasn't being on camera not really my preference. You dig what I'm saying? So this take a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it's been great. It's been a blessing to my life because it done gave me purpose.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So stay locked in on your purpose, little brother. You feel what I'm saying? Keep inspiring, keep pushing, bro. Like I said, it's been a pleasure, dog. Million Views Podcast, Wilson Millz, we out.